I grew up out in the country where my dad hunted, my mom hunted, and people asked us, when'd you start hunting? And quite frankly, my memory does not go that far back. My dad and granddad particularly carried me around when I was in diapers, and they carried me on my back, and we didn't have a whole lot of white-tailed deer, but we had squirrels. And so it's something that I grew up in. But even beyond that, hunting to me is life. It truly is. I mean, I can't imagine not being a hunter, but that being said also from the fact of being a wildlife biologist who's been able to experience to see what hunting does as far as wildlife and particularly habitat is concerned. But it plays in very interesting. One of the things that I did as a wildlife biologist and continue to do is set up management programs for, targeted species such as white-tailed deer and desert bighorn sheep and mule deer and elk and all these other targeted big game species that people go, oh my God, the only reason you guys do this is because you want to hunt them and you want to kill them. And the beauty of all that is that these people don't realize is when we're managing for those game species, we're improving the habitat. Hunting is a very important part of that in maintaining that population such that habitat is not destroyed. Habitat recovers very slowly. Animal populations recover very fast. If there's a die-off, they'll recover pretty quickly, but if they destroyed the range, it takes years and years and years and years, sometimes a lifetime, for that habitat to recover. And what people don't realize is when you have that habitat healthy for these game species, yeah, they benefit from it. There's food, there's cover, but they don't realize all the food cover that they're creating for everything from the little microbial organisms that are in the soil, to the insects that are there, to the game birds, to the non-game birds, to the little skinks, to the snakes, to the frogs, the toads, the rabbits, the squirrels. Everything benefits when that habitat is managed properly for a game species. And that's one of the beauties of what I've been able to do in some of these places where we took property that was in horrible shape in terms of wildlife populations. And that's where you really see how important hunting is we control the hunting, regulated the hunting, and improve the habitat by maintaining that population where it needs to be. All these other things benefited so much more than what the game species did, but more importantly, the habitat benefited. And the habitat is healthy, then all the game species, the non-game species, and the plant community itself, they're in great shape, and they will continue to perpetuate in that way as long as you maintain those populations where hunting comes into play.